Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be an advanced arm balance flow, about 40 minutes or so. We're going to move through lots of different arm balances that work on opening the hips and the shoulders. If you like these classes, please remember to like and subscribe, and if you want to know more or if you have any feedback, please feel free to head over to my Instagram or to my webpage, which is all in the show notes below. We're going to get started in an extended child's pose at the back of the mat. Sinking the hips down towards the heels. Maybe the forehead rests on the floor, maybe the chest rests on the floor. Extend the arms actively in front of you, lifting the elbows, and take 5 deep breaths in and out through the nose. Trying to send the breath all the way down to the lower belly, feeling the ribs expand against the legs. And as you empty out, feeling the chest sink a little lower towards the floor. Inviting in Ujjayi if that's part of your practice. And then on your next inhale, round the spine, shift yourself forward to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Take 2 more. And then make your way to a neutral spine. Inhale, sweep the right arm in front of you. And then exhale, maintaining the midline, take the left foot behind you. Keep the pelvis even, all 5 toes point towards the floor. And the gaze is neutral and down. Take an inhale here, lengthen the leg away, the arm away. And then as you exhale, round out, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. 1 more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend the left knee, reach the right hand back, grab the foot. Kick the foot into the hand, open up the chest, open up the hip. Try and maintain that neutral spine and don't dump into the lower back. Inhale, reach arm and leg long. Keep the leg lifted. Exhale, take the right hand down. Kick the right foot off to the right and shift into a modified side plank. If you need to drop the left toes to the floor, feel free to do so. And you can keep the left hand reaching to the sky, or you can reach it towards the front of the room. Take an inhale, everybody reach long. And then exhale, round out, tap the knee to the elbow. Inhale long. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale long, and then exhale, bend the left leg, reach back with the left hand, kick the foot into the hand, maintaining the midline. So when I say that, I just mean that you're not over puffing the chest and sticking the bum out. Take an inhale, reach the arm and the leg away from each other. Exhale to tabletop. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, and then as you exhale, stretch the right leg back to the height of the hip. Inner thigh gently spins up towards the ceiling as the toes point down. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round the belly, knee to elbow. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand, kicking the foot into the hand. And then release arm and leg long. Inhale. Exhale, set the left hand down, kick the left foot out to the side, and then shift into a modified side plank. Technically our first arm balance of class. And stay here, or you can reach the right arm overhead. Take an inhale to get long, and then exhale, round knee to elbow. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. Inhale long, and then exhale, reach back for the incoming right foot. Kicking the foot into the hand, opening the chest. Inhale, send everything long. Exhale, back to tabletop. Tuck the toes under, keep a neutral spine. Inhale, and then as you exhale, just bring the knees up to hover. And then you can stay here, or as you next inhale, keeping everything neutral, just float the right leg back. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, float the left leg back behind you. Exhale, bend it back. One more each side. And then land in your hovering cat. Send the hips towards the heels and press yourself back into downward dog. Lengthening your stance if you need to, pedaling out the feet. And take a generous bend in through the knees, sending the chest as far back towards the thighs as you can. Grounding down through the thumb and index finger, gather length through the torso. And then keep this length as you start to slowly descend the heels. The knees may stay very bent. Inhale, ripple the spine forward to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, strongly engaging through the legs. Stay here, or on your next inhale, float the right leg up to the height of the hip, keeping the pelvis neutral. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, float the left leg. Exhale, bring it down. Take the feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Inhale, reach the right arm straight out in front of you. You can come onto the fingertips if you need to. Try and keep the pelvis even. Exhale, the right hand down. And then inhale the left hand. Exhale it down. Now we go opposite hand, opposite leg. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Try and keep the body from twisting one side to the other. Whole torso faces the floor. Exhale, set it down. And then inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, set it down. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple the spine forward. Bring the feet together. And then as you exhale, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Bujupidasana. Our first full arm balance. You can stagger the feet, or you can drop the bottom knee, coming back to the first variation. As you inhale, sweep the left arm overhead. Exhale, you're going to bring the left knee to the left elbow, tap. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Inhale. And then as you exhale, come back to plank. Take it straight to the left side. Inhaling, sweeping the right arm up. Gently drawing the right hip over the left, creating length through the spine. Inhale, sweep the right arm in front of you. And then exhale, tap knee to elbow. Inhale. Two more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to plank. Inhale, shift forward. And then exhale, lower to chaturanga. You can drop the knees if you need to. We're going to hover for 5 breaths. As if you're in plank, strongly press back through the heels, engage the legs. Collarbones are wide and the face is relaxed. Take 2 more breaths, drop the knees if you need. And then exhale, lower all the way onto the floor. Take 3 rolling cobras. Inhale, press the feet, peel the chest up. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, see if you can peel a little higher. Exhale, roll it down. Inhale, peel it up. This time we'll hold. Exhale, shoot the arms back towards the feet, Shalabhasana variation. And you could stay here pressing the feet, or you can float the feet up to the height of the hip as long as it's okay on your lower back. Feet to hips distance, inner thighs gently spiral to the ceiling. And take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, place the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of the mat, and you're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, coming into lizard pose. You can stay with the back knee lifted, or you can drop the back knee. You can come down onto the elbows, or you can walk your hands forward to get a little deeper. Do what feels good in your body. Take one more inhale, and then if your knee is lifted, exhale, lower it. Bend the bend the left knee, reach back with the right hand for the left knee, and come into a quad stretch. If you want to add an additional stretch to the right hip, turn the right toes out on a 45-degree angle, and just let the knee fall out to the side so you're coming to the outside edge of the right foot. And then slowly make your way back into lizard pose. Inhale, lift the back knee. Exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Elbows close, shoulders elbow height or above. Take one more inhale. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, coming into whatever variation of lizard works for you on this side. Feeling free to take movement in your poses. And making sure you're strongly rebounding that back leg away from the floor. It'll help you get deeper into the hips. And then walk the hands back in towards you. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop the back knee. And then bend the right knee. Reach back with the left hand for the quad stretch. Rotate the chest open towards the left. And you could stay here, or you could turn the left toes out at a 45 and just let that hip open, dropping onto the outside edge of the left foot. And then come back to neutral. Inhale, lift the back knee, lizard pose. Exhale to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, hover chaturanga. Take an extra inhale. Exhale all the way to the belly. Interlace the fingers behind you, and on an inhale, press the fists back towards the back of the room. Press into the feet, lift the chest off. Think of the shoulder heads moving away from the mat as the shoulder blades move onto the rib cage and down. Almost as if you're trying to slide your shoulder blade into the opposite jean pocket. Take 2 more breaths. You might choose to float the legs. And take an inhale. And then as you exhale, place the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat. You're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left hand, and sink down for Malasana. Bring the elbows to the insides of the knees, and you can always roll up the mat if you need to. Use your inhales to grow the crown of the head towards the sky, And your exhales to sink the tail a little closer to the floor. And then you can hang out here, or we're going to take this into crow pose. So take the hands down, walk the feet together, snuggle the shins or the insides of the shins to the backs of the arms. Hands are shoulder distance apart, up on the toes. Shift forward into your chaturanga arms, lifting one or both feet. And if that went well, then you can start to straighten the arms. We're going to hold for 5 breaths in our crow pose. And keep the knees sucking in towards the shoulders. And then looking forward, you can step, walk, float, or shoot it back to chaturanga. Land with bent arms. Inhale, flip the toes, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the hands, step, walk, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sink the hips, weight into the heels. Inhale, chair pose. And then exhale, sink a little lower. 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Surya Namaskar B, we'll break it down for the first one. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Step the right leg forward, heel to heel alignment. Inhale, warrior 1. And hold the first one for a few breaths just to set a blueprint. Lengthen out of the lower back, draw the right hip back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands. Option single leg chaturanga. Keep the right leg floating as you lower. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step the left leg, set up for warrior 1. Inhale, raise all the way up. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, place the hands down. Option to keep the left leg floating, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Look towards the top of the mat, step, walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to stand. Surya Namaskar B with a crow pose. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, keep sinking, split the knees, crow pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step, walk, float, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the right leg forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, option single leg vinyasa. Step the left leg, warrior 1, inhale. And then exhale, take it through optional single leg vinyasa. Look towards the top, step, walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale to stand. One more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, plant the hands, knees on the triceps, crow pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step the right leg forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, take it through your vinyasa. Look forward, step the left leg. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, take it down. Look towards the top of the mat, step, walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stay on your chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale and then exhale, hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Peek down, keep the knees even, weight in the hips, weight in the heels. Send the head forward as you send the tail back. And then from here, you're going to stay in your twisted chair. You're just going to raise your heels and start to sink the hips down to the heels, coming into a little crouch. You could stay here, or we're going to move into twisted crow. Take the hands down. The right hip will float. The right leg will rest on the back of the left tricep. Hands shoulder distance. Bend the arms like chaturanga arms. Send the gaze forward and then lift the knees. You could stay with the knees together, or you can float the top leg. You might straighten the top leg, extend the left leg behind. And you could stay here, or fallen angel, lower the right ear to the floor, send the left leg straight up towards the sky, and maybe extend the right leg out in front of you. Wherever you are, bring it all back together into your little squat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drop the heels, twisted chair. Inhale through center, and then exhale, hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take a couple of breaths here to gather length in through the spine, twisting the right ribs to the right, or to the left. And then take a peek down at the floor for balance if you need to. Start to raise up onto the toes and sink the hips down towards the heels, landing in your little squat. You could stay here, or making sure you've got a good hook of the right elbow on the left knee, plant the hands shoulder distance, bend into your chaturanga arms, and then float the feet off. If that went well, you can play around with leg variations. And then you could choose to hang out here, or lower the left ear to the floor. Send the right leg up. Maybe send the left leg forward. Wherever you are, make your way back into your little squat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twisted chair. Inhale, raise the arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it to a vinyasa or straight to downward dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, open the hip to the sky. Draw the right shoulder back in line with the left. Sink the left heel and then open the right knee more to the sky. Take an inhale here. Exhale, you're going to tap the right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, open the hip. Tap the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, open the hip. And then exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. We're back in our lizard pose. This time you're going to shift the weight back a little bit, get a little bit lower in through the shoulders, and see if you can snuggle that right shoulder underneath the right leg, pushing the calf with your hand to allow you to get a little bit more depth. You might stay here, or you might grab around the ankle with the right hand, and then you might grab around the ankle with the left hand. Keeping nice and strong through the left leg. And then you could choose to stay here, or you can plant the right hand to the outside of the right foot, the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Start to walk the right foot forward until you can come onto the toes. Bend into chaturanga arms, and then start to shift the weight forward, lifting the left leg off, maybe straightening the right leg. And then exhale, you're going to swing the right leg back, landing in chaturanga, or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Wherever you are, make your way back to downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, open the hip. Draw that left shoulder down, sink the right heel down, and then draw the left knee further to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, open it up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, open it up. And then as you exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Shift the weight back slightly, snuggle that left shoulder underneath the left, what is that thing called? Knee. Using the hand to push the calf forward. And again, you can grab around the ankle with one hand or both hands. And you might choose to stay here, hanging out for the hip stretch, or plant the right hand under the shoulder, left hand to the outside of the left foot. Start to walk that left foot forward. Depending on your hip flexibility, you might need to walk it out to the side a little bit. Bend into the elbows, shift the weight forward, lift the left foot, lift the right foot. So it's mostly it's a kind of a teeter-totter action. A little bit of forward, a little bit of back. And then you're going to swing the left leg back and make your way however you can into downward dog. And take a nice deep breath here. And exhale. Look towards the front of the mat. You're going to step, walk, or float the feet to the outsides of the hands. And then you're going to come into a halfway squat. So almost like a really wide chair with your hands on the floor. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, you're going to snuggle the left shoulder underneath the left knee. And then walk the right foot in a little bit as you snuggle the right shoulder underneath the right knee. The lower that you can get, the easier this is going to be. So I'm not super flexible, so this is kind of a little bit hard for me, but that's okay. Then you're going to bend the knees really deeply and see how far you can sit your hips towards the floor. See if you can reach your hands for the inside edges of the feet, so you've got this wrap around the legs. You're going to feel a really nice opening through the back and a really deep stretch in the hips. So you can choose to hang out here, or we're going to go for, I think it's called Bujupidasana. Take the hands behind you. So ideally you want the fingers are going to face the heels. Ideally you want to be able to bend the elbows like chaturanga arms and get the hands flat to the floor. It really helps to have blocks here. I don't have any, but we're going to try this anyway. Start to sit the hips back, walk the feet forward slightly until you get the hands flat, and then shift the weight back into the feet, back into the hands, lifting the feet off. If you have the flexibility, it really helps if you can hook one foot over the other and stay on your arms. I'm nowhere near there, but if you can do it, that's wonderful. And if you're in the pose, stay for another few breaths. And if you're like me and you're just working at it, then we'll work at it for another few breaths. And just be glad that you're not the one that's stacking it on YouTube. Get to do it in the privacy of your own home. Wherever you are, we're going to come back into that little low wrapped squat and unwind the arms and just take a forward fold, shaking out the legs, shaking out the hips. And bring the feet back to hips distance. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, step, walk or float to the back of the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee to the elbow, right knee, right elbow. See if you can get it to the tricep. Then keep shifting forward. glue that right knee to the right tricep and shift forward once again, Koudinyasana B. And then step walk or float it back through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, tap left knee, left tricep. Bend into the elbows, glue the knee to the leg. Shift forward into your chaturanga arms. Maybe lift the back leg and the front leg. And then exhale, take it all the way back. And then from here, you're going to step the right leg forward, drop the back knee, and from here, you're going to reach the right arm in front of the right shin. The elbow is going to point up towards the sky, and then you're going to bring the left elbow out to the side. So you're up on the fingertips. Take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, maybe lift the back knee, sinking in a little deeper. Take an inhale, and then exhale, you're just going to turn to look towards the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, turn and look towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, place the hands back underneath the shoulders. Step it to plank. Inhale. Shift forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. And then exhale, step it forward. Drop the back knee. Take the right hand slightly to the right and then snake that left arm in front of the left shin, coming up onto the fingertips of both hands. Inhale, lift the back knee and take an exhale here. Think of pressing the arm into the shin. Inhale, lengthen the chest. Exhale, look towards the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, look towards the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, plant the hands, plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the front of the mat, step, walk or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Final arm balance we're going to try is flying crow. Again, something that I'm working at, but it's kind of fun. Inhale, sink yourself down for chair pose. Exhale, keep the bend in the knees, plant the hands. You're going to, just like we did in that pose that we just did with your arm snaking in front of the shin, you're going to bring the right shin to the back of the right tricep. Hopefully you're not too sweaty like me. Start to shift the weight into the right arm. And then you're going to send the left leg up and back towards the sky. So it might float like an inch above the floor, and that's fine. And then maybe take it back through chaturanga. And then exhale, downward dog. So I nailed that for the first time the other day. It was super exciting. It really helps make your way to the top of the mat to have a pillow underneath your face in case you face plant. And just know that you might work with just getting the shin to the back of the arm and just hopping that back foot off, and that's fine. Inhale, sink yourself for chair. Exhale, keep the bend in the knees, plant the hands. Come up onto the left toes. Snuggle that left shin to the back of the left tricep. Plant the hands like chaturanga arms. Start to walk the right foot back slightly. Shift the weight into the left arm. And then you're going to float that right leg maybe an inch off. Maybe you can extend it back. Can't do it on this side. And wherever you are, make your way back through chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. And you can play around with that. I'm a little bit too sweaty to nail it. That's fine. We're going to start to cool it down now, but if you want to pause and take that a few more times, feel free. And look forward towards your hands. Step walk or float to a seated position. And then extend the legs out in front of you, coming into Dandasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, hinging from the hips, fold it all the way forward. Starting to slow down the breath. And then roll it back up. And then we're going to take Gomulkasana. So take the right heel by the left hip. And then you're going to stack the left knee on top, outside edges of the feet. Take the right arm up, reach it behind the head. And then snake the left arm up the back, grabbing onto a strap, your shirt, or the hands. You can stay here, or if you can keep the sit bones grounded, you can fold forward. And then slowly releasing, we'll take it to the other side. Take the left leg underneath. Right knee stacks across, outside edges of both feet. And then this time the left arm will come up and overhead. And the right arm will reach from underneath. And sit up nice and tall. Keep the length in the spine and then maybe fold forward. And then slowly unwind. From here, you're just going to cross over the shins and make your way back to where we started in child's pose. Bringing the knees wide, sending the hips towards the heels and extending the arms out in front of you. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then let it go through the mouth. Starting to slow down the breath. Letting go of whatever you did or did not achieve in today's practice. Knowing that it's all a process and at the end of the day, it's just a yoga pose. Please feel free to stay here or come into a more traditional Shavasana. Today, as you go forward, may you be balanced in your thoughts, thoughtful in your words, and spacious in your heart. Namaste.